تم بدء التسجيل.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Sorry for the delay. Are you all okay? Can you hear me? Okay, yeah. I think it's 30, almost 30, 31 students in the group, so probably you who voted attended the session. So, okay, you're right. Right, so let's get started. Okay, so, right, today's agenda. Have you all downloaded the file I sent you in the announcement? Have you downloaded the file? You need it. Okay, have you all downloaded it? It's in the announcement. I sent you a link. You need to download it. It's useful. We will use it now. Okay. Today's agenda. I'll give you some hints and tips for the examination. I'll also give you some practicing codes to do, and then I'll take any questions that you may have. Right. Okay. First of all, you know your exams on Monday, the 18th of November, between 5 and 6. That's next Monday. And obviously you know that anyway. So, okay, right, tips about the exam. No, actually, before I want to, I received quite a few emails. Are you having a problem with the, I'll open the chat and you, well, if you want to discuss with me, are you having a problem with the Blackboard in accessing the recorded sessions? Do you have problems? Because I received a few emails that some students are having problems in accessing the recording of the thing. I'll open the chat as well so we can talk and discuss things. So you don't have a problem. Okay, good. If you do have a problem in accessing the recording, you've got to tell me straight away, or you've got to contact the Blackboard support team straight away because, okay, you don't have a problem, good. Because, you know, the exam is approaching. You need to get this sorted as soon as possible. Excuse me. Right, okay. So regarding the exam, first of all, you need to read the exam questions very well. Make sure you read even the instructions. I set some instructions for you at the beginning of the just week 3, week 3 so it's not it's okay, so week 3 was easy anyway, so yeah, I have a problem with that myself. Right, yeah, you need to read the instructions very well of the exam, and make sure you read the exam questions very well, okay? Because I do penalize for any mistake you make for not listening to my instructions. For example, take this lesson for now, for the final exam, and for the future, in case you take any exams with me in the future. If I say to you, for example, and even for the assignments as well, you have to listen to my instructions very carefully. If I say to you, for example, if I say to you, right, open a class, create a class, okay? Call it, for example, ACC for account. For example, let's say you're talking about bank accounts or anything like that, and I ask you to, and I ask you specifically to open a class, and you call it ACC. Now, if any of you say, okay, then well, I'll open a class and call it account, because I'm talking about bank accounts. Okay, and I call it account, right? Oops. Although it is fine, you'll have no error, it's perfectly fine, but I will mark it wrong. So you will lose a mark for not listening to my instructions. So you have to be precise in answering my questions in a very precise manner. Okay, this applies for the examinations, this applies for the assignments, so keep it in mind, and for the future as well. In case you take lessons with me or examinations with me in the future, you have to keep this in mind. Okay, so I hope you get this point now. Right. For the examination, you are allowed a calculator. If you need to bring a calculator, bring it along with you. Obviously, no mobile phones are allowed. Even if you want to use them as calculators, they're not allowed. No any other electronic devices allowed. You are not allowed to share calculators as well. I will not allow anyone to share calculator. If you forget your calculator, then you're going to have to live with the situation. Okay, so each person has to have their own calculator. Right, I'm getting questions, I think, in the chat. Guys, I'm not reading the chat right now. I'm concentrating on what I'm saying. If you have questions, ask me later, please. I opened the chat for you in case we need to discuss things later. In a few minutes, but I'm not actually reading the chat. So if you have questions, ask me later, please. Right. Okay. Your examination might include, doesn't have to include, might include multiple choice questions, fill the gaps questions, true and false questions, short answer questions. Maybe I ask you a few questions regarding the self-check questions. I always say to you, self-check questions could be useful. I might bring some of them in the exam, 2, 3, 4 in the exam. And then also, when you read the self-check questions, they're useful. They explain things to you as well regarding the topic that you study. Okay. I might also in the exam we might give you a program with an error or with a few errors and ask you to find out the errors or correct the errors. We might give you an incomplete program and we ask you to complete it. And also we might give you a code and we ask you to find the output of the code. So this is basically going to be the format, more or less, for the midterm examination. Anyone has any question regarding the what I've just said now? Anyone has a question regarding what I've just said? All clear? Okay, good. Okay, so let's get started on the material. Okay, let me clear this page. Okay, right. Let's start from the beginning, lecture 1 and 2. Obviously, you know your exam is from lecture 1 to lecture 7. Okay, lecture 1 and 2. By the way, there's something very disappointing. Lecture 1 and 2 are combined in one file. So I mistakenly put lecture 2 and 3 the same in your slides. I think they're the same. And that's because lecture 1 and 2 are combined in one file. Now, I'm getting emails now, only a few days before the exam, people saying to me, pointing out this mistake. Now, this proves to me, well, I got you, what's it called, left-handed, is that many of you have just started downloading the slides, which means some of you, not many of you, I say some of you have just started studying now for the exam. Well, I have to tell you, if you've just done that, you are in danger. Okay, you are in danger for the examination, and if you do fail, do not blame but yourselves. Okay, we are in the 9th week now of the semester. If you just started looking at your material, you have a big problem. Anyway, so I hope most of you don't have this problem. Anyway, yeah, okay. So let's start with the lecture 1 and 2. Because they're in the same file. Lecture 1 and 2 mainly theoretical. Mainly theoretical. Okay, so you might get theoretical questions out of them. They include simple print statements when we started having our system.out.println. I think something is the important thing as well in this lecture, in these 2 lectures, are the types of errors. Now, okay, what type of errors do we have? Can you tell me what types of errors do we have? Don't tell me 2 types. Tell me, yeah, logic and syntax. Good. Okay, what are the logic errors and what are the syntax errors? Yeah, and they're called runtime as well. What are the logic errors and the syntax errors? Okay, some of you are typing now. Syntax will not compile. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think you know it, mashallah. Most of you know it. Right, okay, yeah, that's right. We have 2 types of errors. we have the syntax error and the logical error. So syntax error and logical error. The syntax error is also called, right, okay, let me write it here. Okay, so we have two types of errors. Oops, my pen is gone. Okay, yeah, we have two types of errors. We have the first type, we have something called syntax errors. They are also called compile time errors. Okay, compile time errors. And as as many of you said, if we have this type of error in our program, the program will not compile. It will show you error. It will show you error. For example, if you write system.out, let me write this way, system.out print line. If you write the system as a small s, okay, it will give you a syntax error because you have to write it a capital S. Similarly, integer, for example, if you write it full like this, integer, okay, it will also give you an error because it has to be int and so on. Okay, so this is the first type of errors, the syntax error. We also have the logical error. Oops, logical error or errors. What are the logical errors? What are the logical errors? They're also called runtime, yeah, but what are they? Wrong method, that's correct, yeah, they also called another name for them. They're called runtime errors. Okay, runtime errors. Basically, if you get this type of error, your program will compile fine, but your results might be wrong. Okay, your results might be wrong. This happens, maybe it happens in any kind, but for example, it happens, let's say in loops, for example. In loops, if you say, for example, I think you got this example in your last lecture, maybe, or this week's lecture, when we're talking about the loop examples. If you have, if you declare something, let's say y greater than 20, okay, as an initial value, and if you give a condition, for example, if you say while, okay, while y is greater than 0, right, do the following, okay. Now this program will run, but does anyone know what will happen in the program? Does anyone know? So if you declare something as initial value, let's say 20, right, and then you give a condition while this variable is greater than 0, do whatever the condition is. Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Have you taken the loop this week? You might some of you might not have the. Yeah, it's still run without ending. Thank you. Whoever said yeah, it will not stop. That's right. Thank you. The program in this case will run forever. Why? Think about it. You are declaring the initial value as 20, but you are saying while y is greater than 0. Do the following. Okay, and sorry, I forgot to mention something as well. And you need to have increment. Okay, so you're saying to the program increment y. So keep increasing y by 1. So you'll have 20, then the next step 21, 23, and they're always going to be greater than 0. Your program will run with no syntax error, but your result will be unrealistic. It will be wrong. Your program will just run forever. Okay, so this is a kind of runtime or a logical error. Is this understood? Do you have a question regarding this? Okay, yeah. That's hopefully it's fine. Okay. Right. So yeah, this is about lecture 1, lecture 2. Highly theoretical. You have some simple basic examples, quite few self-check questions that could be important, and we have the types of errors also important. Now lecture 3, where we talk lecture 3, we talk about we start talking about objects. Object. Now, what is an object? What is an object? What about pseudocode? Pseudocode, I will not give you a pseudocode in the exam. Even if I do, the pseudocodes basically, they are translation of the syntax. Okay, for example, you have a syntax. You know, you have a program, and I ask you to write the pseudocode for it, right? You're basically translating the code into an English language. That's all. Okay, so the English language will not compile. So if you copy your English language and put it in the Java compiler, obviously it will not work. Okay, so it's basically it's explanation for the code. Okay, you know, explanation. I might in the exam, for example, give you a code that doesn't really compile. It's not a proper code, okay, or missing piece of it. But I ask you to think about the structure of the code and provide me with the output. Maybe. Okay, right. Back to our question. What is an object? Okay, yeah, good answer. An entity in our program which can edit and call. Okay, that's okay, good. Right, okay, what about in terms of what they contain? I mean, what is an object? ايش الobject لازم يحوي? What you're saying is true, okay, but what is an object? What does the object has to have? Behavior, yes. Classes, yeah, okay. Behavior and attributes, good. By the way, when we say a class, I just want to clarify this. A class, when we declare a class, in Java, a class is an object. Okay? In Java, when we say the word class, obviously, in Java, we cannot say an object. We have no syntax for object. Instead, we have a class. So when we declare something a class, we mean it is an object. Okay? And every object, as some of you said, every object, they must have okay, they must have attributes and behavior. And behave, excuse my handwriting, it's the pen doesn't help me. It's not me, this is the pen. Okay, so attributes and behavior. Now, what is an attribute and what is a behavior? What is an attribute and what is a behavior? What is an attribute and what is a behavior? Yeah, I don't ask for the translation. I ask for explaining. It's not the translation. It's obviously, yeah, attributes, khasa'is, behavior, sulukiyat. But I ask you in terms of Java. Explain to me, in terms of Java, the attributes and behaviors. And don't send me faces, because when you say faces, I don't understand what you mean. So, right. What is an attribute and what is a behavior in terms of Java? Features and actions. Yeah, that's right. Features and actions. Okay. Yeah. Method. What is a method? What is the method? Okay, instructions, which sequence of instructions. Well done, right? Which is the behavior. Okay, behavior in Java are the methods, while the attributes are the, what are they? Before I continue, what are, it begins with I. What are the attributes in any program in Java, in any object in Java? Begins with I. N. Not instruction. Instance variables. Yes. Instance variables. Okay. You have to, these ones you do, variables. These right, okay, these things you must know by now. You must know by heart by now. These are the basics of an object. You have to understand these. Okay. We have every object in the world. Okay. These papers are objects. They have attributes and behavior. Now the attributes are the instance variables of an object, while the attributes are the instance variables of the object, while the methods are the behavior. And we normally, as you know, okay, how do we normally declare the instance variable? What do we use? Private or public? Private or public? Private. Okay. We always declare the instance variables as a private, right? And I told you this before. Always, your attributes as a person, as an object, they belong to you. Your name is an attribute. It's a private. It's something that belongs to you. I cannot come to you and ask you to change your name. I have no right. Okay, because it is your own. It is your attributes. It's private. Okay, so we declare the attributes to be private. On the other hand, the behavior, sulukiyat, they are methods. The method, as some of you said, they are sequence of instructions. In the methods, we give instruction to the program to behave in certain ways. Okay, and how do we normally declare them? Private or public? How do we normally declare? Public. Okay, why? Because they are behavior, sulukiyat. Now, if I see some of you, if we have a class, face-to-face class, and I see a person talking to another person inside the class. Now, this is a behavior. Now, I have the right to come and stop you from talking, because this is a behavior. It is public. I can see it. I can change it. Okay, is this understood? Is this understood? The difference between public and between attributes and behavior? Well done. Good. Right. Okay. Also, since we're talking about variables, since we're talking a bit about variables, now a variable. What are the three things that go with a variable? I told you we have three types. That's one. Well done. Type. Not int. Type. Int is part of the type. Type. Don't say string. Type contains int and string. You know what I mean. Name and not else. And value. That's it. You got it right. Okay. So with any variable, we always have to have three things that surround the variable. We need to have the type, and when we say type, okay, we mean the following. Okay, we have many types. The ones we study, we have integer, okay, we have double, and we have string. I definitely know you know the difference between them. Integer meaning a whole number. Double means decimal, like floating numbers, means you can have decimal points. And string is they are characters, text characters. Even if you declare a number as a string, it will be dealt with as a character. Right. Okay. And also that's a type. And also we have to have a name for the variable. You have to call it something. You have to call it something. You have a name. Everything has a name. If you don't have a name for anything, how would you deal with it? How would you call it? Okay, so you need to have a name. And finally, you need to have a value. Okay, so now we have, so we have three parts. These two parts, the type and the name, have to be declared straight away. the type and the name, they have to always be given instantly, straight away. Right. While the value it doesn't have to be given straight away. Now I told you we have three okay, lowercase. Someone saying lowercase. Yeah, thank you for saying lowercase for the name. But remember, this is a good practice. Okay, since you mentioned, I'll talk about it first before the value. Right. Okay, with the name, it's a good coding practice in Java to give the variable name to start with a small letter. So, for example, if you're declaring Ali as a variable name, we use a small begin with a small letter. It's a common coding practice. If you write a capital letter, you will not have an error. It's perfectly fine. But this is a Java coding practice. This is how Java programmers do program. They have this habit, right? Also, you have to know. Can we have a space in between the? Can I have Ali Mehdi like this? No, of course not. It has to be either, so this is wrong. It has to be either Ali Mehdi or what else? Yes, underscore. Or Ali underscore Mehdi. Okay? Can we put numbers in between as well? Okay. Well done. Also, I can say, well done, yeah. Also, I can say Ali. I actually forgot about the Siri reminded me, well done. I can say Ali Mehdi. Okay. Again, this is just a coding practice. Just have the second word written in starting with a capital, just to distinguish between the two words. But again, this is not a major problem. This will not give an error. This is just good coding practice. Can I have number in between? Yeah, can we have number in between? Of course we can. Okay, I can say Ali Mehdi 1 if I wanted to, or 2. That's fine. Can I have a number at the beginning? No. Okay. If I have 2 Ali Mehdi, will this class as a common coding practice, or will it give an error? Error. Okay, it will give an error. Java will not allow you. Okay, always with the declaration, you can have a combination of character and letters, but the first character must be a letter. Okay, must be a letter. Okay, so that's all you need to know. Right. Now come back to the value. Now, the value. How did we say? When can we declare the value? And how can we declare the value? Can you tell me? After, so yeah, so you say it straight away. So I can say, for example, I can say int x equals 5. Okay, so I declare the value straight away. Perfectly fine. What else? Okay, this is one declaring variable. We've just done it now. What else? How can I do it? No, forget about I'm not talking about double. I'm talking about when can I declare a value? When can I give a value? Sorry, when can I give a value? So I can either give it straight away. What else? In an assignment, which you mean later. Yeah, later. For example, I can say, let me open a new page. Okay, so these are the three ways I can declare a value. Either straight away, for example, I can say int x equals 5. So this is, I declared it straight away. So this is number 1. Or also I can have int x. Okay, that's it. And then later inside a method, later on, I can give a value. I can say x تساوي 5. Or another way, I can say x, for example, equals, for example, y plus z. Okay, and we have let's imagine we have a value for z, and imagine you have value. Imagine you have value for y. Imagine you have value for z. So their summation, the result will be the value for x. So this is like a way of giving a value to x to the variable, but later in the program. What else? What else? This is a fixed value, yeah, but what else? Can we allow the user to give a value? Yes, okay, so that's another, so this is number two. This is number two. Number three, we can allow the user, to enter the value. Allow the user to enter the value. Okay, using what? User input. Yeah, using what? What function do we use? Scanner. Well done. Thank you. Yeah, we could use a scanner. We could use the GUI. I'll talk about the GUI maybe at the end of the semester. But yeah, you could use scanner from the library to allow user input. So then you can ask the user to enter the value of X, for example, and the user will give it a value. Is that clear? Is it understood? Any problem with this? Okay, well done. Excellent. All right, so what else do I need to say? We talked about the types. We have integer, double string. Also, remember, let me get back. Remember, the string. How do we declare a string? How do we declare a string? Yeah, well done. Thank you. Yeah, excellent. You put them between quotation marks. Anything that goes between quotation marks will be treated as a string. If I have a mobile number, let's say 504 blah 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 blah, inside a quotation mark will be dealt with as a string, and this is how they normally do. For example, as text, yeah, well done. So, for example, the mobile number, for example, you find that if you create, for example, a database or anything like that, they use mobile numbers as a string rather than as integers, although they are numbers, but we don't need to think about it logically. Do we need to have mobile numbers as integers? We don't. Why? Because with the integers, we normally use with the integers we do calculations and so forth. But with the mobile number, we're not going to add mobile numbers. We're not going to subtract mobile number. So we don't need it. We don't need to have it as an integer. Another problem if we declare, oh, it's not a major problem, but it's something annoying. If we declare a mobile number as an integer, okay, not something. Always, normally mobile numbers start with 0. Okay. Now, if you declare it as an integer, the zero that is at the very left, it has no value, integer-wise, has no value, so it will be ignored. So it will be ignored. So when the system prints the mobile number for you, it will ignore the 0 because it has no value. It's something annoying. Okay. So we do it as a string to have the 0 fixed because it will be dealt with as text. Right. Okay. 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 What do I need to say else? Right. Okay. Do you have your papers that I sent for you to have a look at? I think yeah. Right. Have a look. Okay. Mr. Frank, I'll send you one now. Right. Right. Have a look at example 1. Do you have the paper on you? Okay. Do you have it? The person who said no, download it. I've posted for you in the announcement. Download the paper that I sent you on the announcement. Now look at example 1. Have a look at example 1, and I would like you to write the output for me. Have a look at example 1, and I would like you to spend 5 minutes to try to write the output for me. Okay, so I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, I'm getting some answers here. Maybe not completed answers. Okay. Are you finished? Okay, right. Okay, concentrate with me now. So let's do it all together. Right. Okay, that's fine. Right, think about it now. Whenever I give you a code, right, read it carefully and follow the steps. Thank you. I think quite many of you got the right answer, right? Now, just you have this is one class only. It's a main has the main method, right? Think of so this is a class. Obviously, not a class because there's a class. Can you see my desktop? Can you see the question? Can you see my desktop here? Clear? Clear enough? Okay. Yeah. Good. Right. So as you can see, these are just comments as we learned before. Public class, so we know we have a class called variable demo. Okay, we have our main method. So as I said, like the reason I'm telling you this, so you know you take it. Mona, can you not see my desktop? Okay, if you have problem, let me know if you don't see my desktop. Right, okay, so take it step by step, right? And then we have declared integer width, which equals 10, and we asked the program to print this line for us. Now, what will this line print? This line that is highlighted, what it will print? The highlighted line only, width, yes. I haven't come to 10 yet. We haven't come to 10. We only said a print, look, we only said system.out.print width, right? Between quotation mark. That's it. We have not asked the program to print the value for us. So we only asked the program to print this exactly for us. The next line comes, we said, okay, then system.out.print line width, but this time without the quotation mark. What does that tell us? I know it's 10, but what does it tell us? What is the width, the second width? What is it? It's not an operation. Come on. Don't give me a value, not a value, no. Come on, here. What is this? Don't give me random answers. Not a name. I know it's got a name. What is it? We just talked about it in the last slide. What is it? It's not an argument. Why is it an argument? I'll talk about arguments later. It's not an argument. Don't give me, hang on. Stop texting. Stop, a variable. Yes, here we go. Right, don't give me random answers. When I ask a question, think about it carefully. Don't just answer for the sake of it. Okay, yeah. Variable. Okay, go on guys. Just explain what variables are. It's a variable. So basically, I'm saying to the program, give me the value of the variable width, right? Now, note something. In the first line, system.out.print, we did not put line. We said system.out.print. Okay, why? Why? Why in the first line we said system.out.print only without line? So yeah, I don't mean no space, so it doesn't go to the next line, yeah. It does not go to, so the cursor does not go to the second line because I want to print the value of the width on the same line. While in the second one, I put the letters LN line, which means after you printed this, go to the next line. Understood? This line understood? Okay, understood. We continue. Oops. Okay, no, my problem. Okay, so that's fine. Right, we continue. Now this time width is 20. Okay, what do we have? Okay, width is 20. Okay, right. Now, so the program, what will the program do? The program will delete the 10 and put 20 instead. Is my statement correct? So the program will delete the 10 and it will print the 20 instead. No, I've got yeah and no. Listen to my statement. I said up to this point, the program will delete the 10 and print 20 instead. Not no. Sorry, not yes. It's no. It's no. It will not delete the 10. The 10 will stay there. So we will have width 10, then next line width 20. Why would we delete the 10? Is there anything that shows that delete the 10? And whoever said overriding, now remember something, overriding only comes in inheritance. We don't have inheritance, it's only one object here. It's only the main class. We don't have inheritance in here. Okay, so no. Okay, so it will print width equals 10. The next line will say width equals 20. We did not ask the program to delete the 10 for us. Okay, understood? Good. Okay, int height equals 20. Okay, what we will have here? What will we have here? 30. Yes, because obviously we introduced another variable called height, and we gave it the value of 20. Now again, so see, now the value of width is given in the form of an equation. We did not give a direct value to width. We gave it instead. We said, okay, then the value of the width this time equals the height plus 10. So it's basically saying 20 plus 10. Okay, so this will print for us. Again, will this remove the previous lines? Will this? No. Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, what about the fourth one? Width equals width plus 10. 40. What do we have here? We changed the assignment. Yes, it's a new assignment we have here. So the previous for this line, what is the initial value for width? For this line, what's the initial value for width? It's 30. The initial value we take it from here is 30. Add 10 to it, it will become 40. Good enough? Okay. Right. Let's get back to our thing. Okay. Right. So the program would basically the output of this. Did you see how we the output of this program? Did we see how we think about the program? Take it line by line and see what's the program saying. What is the program saying? Right. Okay. So the first line will be width equals 10. No, not equals. Something like that. The second line will be width. Two lines. Colon 20. Width. Again, why is it not coming as to this? Okay, 30, and then we have width 40. Okay, was that clear enough? Was that clear enough? Okay, any question regarding this code? Any question regarding this code? Okay, remember you can ask me at any point in the revision. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so I've done this. Okay, so that's about it in lecture 3 really. I think these are the important stuff. Okay, lecture 4. Lecture 4. Right. What is an argument? Someone mentioned the argument later. What is an argument? It's not a statement. Arguments are not statements. What is an argument? Parameter. Yes, parameters. In other words, بين not quotation, between brackets, مش quotation. Quotation we mean quotations are these. Okay, not quotation, between brackets. Okay, in other words, they are parameter, not this bracket. No, they are these brackets. Okay, not square brackets. Okay, not these. Okay. Now, someone mentioned parameters. Yeah, correct. But not constructor. No, someone mentioned parameters. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, parameters. Yeah, but what's the other word for parameter? Can you say input? Input. Okay, input. So, arguments equals parameters. I mean they are parameters, or they are inputs. They are inputs. For example, if you say, excuse me, class Y, okay, class Y, and then I don't know, you have, let's say you have a constructor Y, okay, and you give it, I don't know, you introduce integer called, you put here in the constructor, you put, for example, int x, okay. Now you can call it from another, for example, from the main class, for example, okay, and you can straight away say y 5. Now 5, it's the value to belongs to what? The 5 here, value belongs to what? It's okay if it's not in the slide, it's in the next slide, I can't remember. Okay, it belongs to x, okay? So now, the argument, this is our argument, so we gave a value, that x. Now this is our parameter, or could be an input. Could be a parameter, could be an input, okay? Right? Is this clear? What an argument is? I'll give you an example, Okay, look at, okay, yeah. Look at example 2 in your notes, in your the file you downloaded. Look at example 2 and also find the output for me. Okay, good. Right. I'll give you 5 minutes. Do this. Look at example 2. We have arguments in here. Okay, and think about the code. Now we have 2 classes. We have a main class and we have an object. Okay, and think about the 2 classes and produce the output for me. I'll give you 5 minutes while I make myself a nice cup of coffee. Okay, any luck? Any luck? Okay, good, okay, right. So, let's have a look at I'll share my desktop with you again. Let's have a look at the problem. Okay. Can you see my desktop? Okay, can you see my desktop? Are you with me? Okay, good. Right. So let's have a look at this problem. Okay, we've got 2 classes. We've got this object called calculations, okay, which is a normal object, and we have this object, the class has the main method to it, okay, and from here we called the first object, right? Okay, so let's have a look in here. What's going on in here, right? We've got integer sum, we've got a variable called sum, and we've got this, right? What is this? What is this? Constructor, thank you, not a method. Constructor, it is also a method, but we call it not a method, please. Constructor. Go on, guys. These stuff are very simple. They are the basics. We talked about these like 1,000 times. Okay, you've got to know them. Your exam's only a few days away. Right, calculations. How do we know it's a constructor? How do we know it's a constructor? Forget about the public word. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. No, this is not the way we know. Oh, come on. Right. Okay. Right. Let me get my blackboard again. We're having problem here. Right. Oops. Right. Again. Concentrate with me. If I have a class, forget about public and private for now. It's okay. It's just I'm showing you the logic thinking. Okay, let's say we have a class Java. Class Java, right? Now, if I have another name, okay, Java in here, it's a constructor. How do I know that this is a constructor? The same name as the class. Yes, exactly. This is the way you know that this is a constructor. It has exactly the same name as the class name. Okay? Not these. Forget about these. These are declaring a method. It's okay. Not these. These are insignificant now. We have the Java. Java. Okay? We have the same name as the class name. This is a constructor. Okay, this is declaring. This is the way we know it's a method. Okay, well, constructor is form of a method, but the constructor we know it's a constructor because it has the same name as the class name. What is a constructor? What is a constructor? No. I mean, what? No. Okay. The constructor. What does it have? Why do we have a constructor? Initial values. Yeah, maybe. Okay, we're getting somewhere. That's fine. Good. Excellent. Right. Okay. Right. It's called constructor. يعني الconstructor يعني ايش؟ كأنه باني يعني حجر أساس يبني لنا. Okay. It's like building a block of the object. When you have a constructor, you put in the constructor your initial values. Okay, it's like you're building the blocks. You put them in the constructor. Okay, and from there you take them further and you can change the values. But in the constructor has the initial values to the object or for the object. Understood? Is this understood? Yes. If you don't, let me know straight away or ask questions. Okay. Can we have more than one constructor in a class? Can we have more than one constructor in a class? Yes, of course. Okay, we have no and yes. Yes, you can have million constructor in a class, no problem. Okay, we'll have a look now. Right. Let's go back to our problem. Okay, right. So we have a constructor. Okay, C is given a value to the sum. Now, what is this? What is the two? What is the two? Not just one. We can have so many. We can have as many constructors as we want. Right. Okay. What is the two here? It's a value. What kind of value? Integer. ايش حكينا يعني ايش هي حجر الاساس. It's an initial value. Okay. It is an initial value. Okay. It's the initial value. Right. Okay. Now we finish this. Let's go have a look. Right. What do we have here? What is this? I'll come to talk about num. What is this? The whole what is this? The whole line. No. Okay. Good. No. Why class? Why did you say class? It's a method. Why did you say class? Why do we have a class in here? Why? I just want to now. Okay, right. Let me calm down a little bit. Why a class? Okay, the class. This is inside a class. It's not a class. Do not give me random answers. When I ask question, give me the proper answer. Think about it. Think about it. Do not just throw answers at me. It's a method. It is inside the class. It is inside the object. Okay, this is the class. All of it until here, it's a class. So when I say to you, what is this line? You can't say it's a class. It is inside the class. Okay, it's a method. How do I know it's a method? How do I know it's a method? Yes. Okay. Now we have the bracket. These are the brackets that you're showing me now. These are this is how I know it's a method. Right. Okay. Now let's come to this num. Someone asked me what is num. You tell me what is num. What is it? I know it's a variable. I know it's an integer. What is it? Argument. Well done. We just talked about it 5 minutes ago. It's an argument. Okay, you can see it between brackets for a method, or even you can either see it. You can either see it for the method like this, or you can see it in here. Okay, you can see it in here. Okay, if we could have an argument inside the constructor as well. Okay, so yes, we have an argument which we will use as your user input. Now, can I tell you where can we use it? Look in here. Can you see the main? Can you see the main class? Can you see this 5? What does this 5 belong to? What does this 5 belong to? It belongs to this num. Okay? It is the value of this num. Okay? It's the value of this num. So it is an argument. Clear? Not clear? Clear? No? Yeah, what's the question? Ask me. Take the microphone if you want to ask. Why is it not clear? Ask me. You don't know exactly. What is it you don't know? I just explained it. The argument is like input. Look, you're saying, right, okay, right, look at this. System, no, sum equals, right, sum equals, forget about this now, forget about this. Look at this. Sum equals sum equals sum plus num. Okay, what's the answer for this? They are the same. Arguments and parameters are the same, which is why in the slide before I said arguments equals parameters. Okay, arguments equals parameters. Okay, what is the give me the answer for this sum equals sum plus num? No. I said forget about this class, as if this class does not exist. Okay, look at this line now and tell me what is sum plus num. 2 plus num. So thank you, which means we do not have a value for the num. Do you remember when I said to you, how can we get the value for the variable? Num is a variable, and I said to you, we can have it in various ways. One of the ways is we give it later as an input. Okay, so in here, we're giving the value for the num. Is this clear now? Exactly. We have to give a value. So in here, in the main method, okay, we give the value to the num. Is this understood now? Is this understood now? No, this is not an error. If we didn't have this, it will be an error. Okay? Yeah? If you don't understand, ask me now. Right, okay. So again, so we put in the value, okay, of num in here. So see, this is the beauty of the object-oriented. This is the beauty of the object-oriented. We have in what? We have in different techniques. We can call values. We can have something inside something. Okay, we can play about with the values and the object. That's the powerful tool of the object-oriented programming. Now let's continue. So again, by the way, there's a question from Russia. Yeah, hang on. Did I give you the microphone? Oh no. Okay, I don't know why I can't. Hang on. Yeah, you can ask your question now, Russia. Can you ask your question, Russia? Okay, Rashad, I just can't hear. You want to type your question? Okay, right. Okay, let's go back to the sharing. Start sharing. Okay, right. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, right. Okay. Now have look at this something here. If I do not have if I don't have the argument here, look at this highlighted part, highlighted variable. If I don't have it in here, can I write a value here? No. Yeah, well done. I cannot. Why? Because I haven't specified that there's an argument here. I need to specify there's an argument. Okay, I need to specify there's an argument. If I do not specify there's an argument, obviously I cannot give a value. Is that clear? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's continue. So we're saying initial value for the sum is 2, right? And here in this method, now is this a set or get method? Is this method a set or get? Yeah, is it set or get method? It is a set method or get method? Set method. Set method. In Java, we have two terminologies. In Java, we have two terminologies. They are called set and get regarding the methods. They are not keywords. just like a slang. خلينا نحكي لهجة في الجافا. Something called set and get. Okay, setting a method. It's a void method, meaning only to set values. Okay, it will not return a value. ما راح ترجع القيمة. But بينما get method تكون ما void بس تكون return. You will find it in the programming when you do Java programming. Even when you look at some of the examples when we talk about the objects, you will find we have a return method. We have a return method and we have a void method. The void method always does not return a value. We call it set method. It will give you it will set values for you, gives you rules maybe. Okay, while the get method it'll return a value for you. Okay, so here it's a void method, right? So we have no return value. So we say sum equals so and so. Okay, now system.out print line print for me. What do I print for me? What do we print? What do we print? Yeah, what do we print? 5 plus 2. Okay, well done. Right, let's continue. We have another method in here. Also has an argument, but in this time we have a multiplication between sum and the num. Okay, we have multiplication. Okay, right. If we finish this method, let's go to the finish this class. Sorry, let's go to the main class. Right. So we have a main method, and okay. What did we do in this line? What did we do in this line? Call. Yeah, we called. How do we call? The syntax of calling. You specify the class name, which was this. You have to specify the class name that you want to call. Yeah, well done. And then give it another name of your choice. Give it a name. Okay, variable name. It's like this is a new object. You're declaring an object here. Give it a name. Then you use the keyword new. You use the keyword. It's a keyword called new. You use the keyword new. Then the constructor. Then the name of the constructor, right? Okay. Now, can we call the object more than once? Can we call the object more than once? Of course we can, as you can see here, right? We called it twice, and you can call it as many times as you need. But every time you're gonna have to give it a new name. Otherwise you'll have problems. Okay, so every time you're just gonna have to give it a new name. So I called it C1 and C2. Okay, every time you're gonna have to give it a new name. Right, now, what did we do here? Sorry, no, this is the first one here. What did we do here? What did we do here? in terms of calling. In terms of calling. Repeat call. Right, okay, repeat call. Now, just a second. Repeat. Someone is asking me repeat call. Calling, you can call object from an object. You can call it. You can see it inside a new object. Okay. So from here, we called this object. We called this object. So I can, if I didn't call it. By the way, if I didn't call this object, okay, what would I have? Can I still use these? If I didn't call the object, can I still use these? No, of course not. I will have an error. I will have an error. Okay, so calling an object, allowing me to see the object inside the object that I'm in at the moment. Okay, so when I call calculations, okay, this is the syntax for it. I call calculations, give it a new name, right? And then I'm gonna have to use the new, the keyword the new, right? And use the constructor, declare the constructor of the class that I am calling. Now what happens? I am allowed to see this class. I am allowed to see this class inside here. Is this clear now? Is this clear? And you from where? It's a syntax. As I said, it's a keyword. What do I mean when I say a keyword? What do I mean by a keyword? When I say a keyword, what do I mean? Reserved word. Well done. Reserved word. Yeah. كلمة محجوزة بجافا. يعني Java has to use it. If you use any other way, it will not work. Just like using, for example, system.out. If you use a small s for the system, will the program work? It will not work. It will give you an error. Similarly here, in new, you have to use the word new. It's Java. It's a syntax. You have to use it. Okay? Otherwise, it will not work. Okay? Right. Then, so now we can see it. Now, what is this line? What are we calling now? What are we calling? What are we calling here? Rajan, يعني this is the basic, all the basic. Right. We are calling the method that's called calc1. Okay, we are calling this method. Okay, this is very basic. You should know it by now. You know, your exam is in a few days. Okay, we are calling. So what did I do? I accessed the class. How did I access it? By using the keyword. Oh, sorry, not the keyword. Sorry, by using this new object called C1. Okay, C1 allows me to see inside here. Okay, so I said, okay, then C1.calc1. It will go to calc1 method, and it will access it, right? Now remember, calc1 has an argument. Calc1 has an argument, so we need to enter it here. Okay, then the next one, what did we do? The next one, what did we do? The next one, what did we do? Don't tell me what's the answer. The next one, what we called? Yeah, we called. What did we call? What did we call? We called calc2. That's right. Yeah. Now this one, we said, okay, then in C2 for the object C2, okay, call calc2 for me. So now it's gonna access this method here. اوكي يعني شوفوا كانه عنادي يعني شوفوا خلينا نحكي السي 1 ها هو اب السي 1 الكالك هو ابن يعني هو ميثود انسايد السي 1 فطبعا من انادي كالك سي 1 ما اقدر اناديها يعني عشوائي I have to call it باسم ابوه يعني مثلا خلينا نحكي واحد اسمه احمد عبد الله I have to say احمد عبد الله let's say we have two people called Ahmed in the class if I say Ahmed we'll have confusion. But if I say Ahmed Abdullah, they'll be distinguished. Okay? So just like saying calc1 ibn C1. وهذا الفكرة? So we used the object here as the father and we called the method inside it. Similarly here, it's a new object, although it's the same one, but we declared it as C2, and we are calling the method calc 2. وصلت الفكرة؟ وصلت؟ Yeah. Okay, so what's the output now? What is the output? What is the output? The whole output, I mean the output. What will the program print to you? Okay. Some of you right, some of you wrong, some of you half. Okay, let's, it will print out to you, right, again. We had a look at this, and we saw the set methods, what's inside them, right? But up to here, we don't have any instructions. We come here, and we say, okay, then, we have an argument of 5 that belongs to here. Okay, now we go inside the method. What's the method saying? Saying sum equals sum plus num. And we have a printing statement saying, okay, then C1 equals space the value of sum. Now, what is the value of sum? What is the value of sum? No, this sum. 7. The value of this sum is 7. It's 2 plus 5. Where did we get the 2 from? We got the 2 from the initial value here. Okay? And we got the num from the argument here. Did we see how we worked? Did you see? Okay? It's all, the programming all linked together. You're just going to have to follow. It's all linked together. Okay? So now the new value for the sum is the new value for the sum is 7. So we're going to have C1 equals what? Equals 7. Okay. Now, we have the other one, C2 equals calc 2, 5. Now, what is the value of this sum? What is the value of this sum? Well, okay, before I say that, what is the value? Okay. What is the value of this sum? What is the value of this sum? No, this sum. 2. Excellent. Why not 7? Okay, some of you say 7. Why 7? Some of you, this sum is equal 7. Why? Okay, don't get confused. The initial, I know we changed this sum, okay, but remember, this sum is inside this method only. What does that make it? Local or global? Local variable or global variable? Local variable, that's right. Okay, this one, is this global or local? Global, what is value? What is the value of this? Global. 2, yeah. So this one will remain for the rest of the program, while this one, I know we changed it, but this one is local. If this one was also global, I mean, you can see it, or if I have this sum inside the brackets, let's say here, before I close the bracket, okay, after this, if I have it after this, yeah, you're right. It will have this value as 7 because it will be the initial value here. But right, this is in a method and this is in another method. This is a local variable and this is a local variable. They take their information from the global variable. Is this clear? Okay, so this one is actually still 2. So sum equals 2 times 5 because we know that the value is 5 now. So we have 10. So the program will print to us. Let me go back. Let me stop this. Go back. Okay. So the program will print this to us. The program will simply print C1 equals space 7. C2 equals space 10. This is the output of example number 2. Is this understood? Is this example understood? Yeah. Okay. If it's not understood, ask me. Yeah, you're right. I think it's time for prayer. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you. Okay. I'll answer your question and then we'll take some time for prayer. Yeah. Yes, Mira.
Hi, Assalamu alaikum. Doctor, but I will tell you what Rasha she wants to say because her laptop, there is some problem with her. She tell if you can upload the record in your YouTube channel because in Blackboard it's not working with us, with her. So upload it in YouTube, it's gonna be better for us.
I cannot upload it on YouTube because I am recording directly onto Blackboard. So I need to use my program to have a look at this session again and record it. I personally do not have the time. I do apologize. If any of you would like to do so, please do so and share the link to the others. Can one of you do that? Okay, if you want to record this and put it on YouTube, feel free. But I personally will not have a time to do so because I need to, have a look at this session again and record it using my cam studio, which I will not have the time to do so. Okay, but, excuse me. If any of you has the ability to do so and wants to do so, feel free. Excuse me. Okay. اتفقنا? Thank you. Okay. Right. Any question? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? No question, inshallah? Well done. Excellent. Right. Okay. So I'll give you 10 minutes. 10 minutes. By the way, we have a lot of things to do. And still have an hour and a half and still a lot of things to do. And I have a session at 6 o'clock. So I will delay the other people. Okay. I'll give you 10 minutes to pray and then we come back. Okay? يلا السلام عليكم.
تم إيقاف التسجيل.
Okay, are we back? Are we back? Yeah. Okay, so let's continue then.
تم بدء التسجيل.
Okay, right, right. So, is this any question? Does anyone have any question? النوم. إيه اسألوا إيش المشكلة في النوم؟ خلي just a second منيرة. إيش النوم؟ Raise your hand and maybe ask you. I think it's quicker this way. Okay, right. Yeah, go on منيرة. Ask.
يا دكتور نبغى نسألك بس عن النم هي as a keyword يعني محفوظة بالجافا أو أنها إيش هي؟
No. Hang on. Right, let me get back to my desktop. Hang on. Just a second. Just let me answer this because it's very important. Did you say this is a keyword?
Yeah.
Are you asking me if this is a keyword?
Yeah. From why we did it?
Why do you think it's a keyword? Come on, guys. Right. Okay. Look. What's before it?
Type.
Yeah. So what is it? What is it then?
The name of the value.
It's a variable. No, it's just a variable. I could use Ali if I wanted to. Come on. You could tell us from the sentence is written. I put int num and I gave it a value. What does that make it? يعني ايش راح تكون؟ اعطيته تايب ايوه بالضبط اعطيته تايب واعطيته فاليو. شوفوا تايب فاليو ايش راح تكون؟ معقوله تكون كلها محجوزه؟ مستحيل. اوكي
طيب بالنسبه للسؤال الثاني الحين انت ليه حطيت الفاليو حق النم بالكلاس الثاني؟ طب احطه انا من فوق واشيل الكولد والاشياء هذه، خلاص احط الفاليو حقها جنبها.
Yeah, we can program in dozens of ways. We can program in so many ways. يعني عندنا 20 طريقة للبرمجة ما عندنا مشكلة، لكنه لازم يعني نشوف الأفكار اللي تحكيها أنت. ممكن إحنا نستغني عن كلاس وكلنا نسوي بكلاس واحد، طبعا نقدر، لكنه شو استفدنا؟ خلينا نتعلم الأوبجكت أورينتد. تمام؟ لان هذه لها ابلكيشن ولها استخداماتها.
يعني هو مش شرط اني لازم احطها في 2 كلاس او شيء، انا عادي لو احطها في كلاس واحد.
هذا مش شرط، لا هذا مش شرط، لكن انا في الامتحان ما راح اترككم على راحتكم انه تختاروا، في الامتحان راح تكون كاسئله بهذا الشكل، تمام؟ واحكيكم طلعوا لي، فانتم يعني ما راح تختاروا الطريقه اللي تبرمجوا فيها، لازم تتبعوا بالضبط اللي احكي انا. لكنه طبعا يعني البرمجه يعني ما في، ولهذا انا من اسوي لكم اليوتيوب توتوريالز. ايش احكي في البدايه او في النهايه؟ احكي لكم انه this is not the only way to program. يعني انا صح يعني بنعطيكم هوم واعطيكم الحل على اليوتيوب، ما يعني انه انا حلي الوحيد اللي موجود في العالم. لا، ممكن انت تحل احسن مني، يعني عادي جدا. انا احاول اعطيك دائما اخطر الطرق مثلا بالنسبه للهوم ورك، تمام؟ لكنه لا، يعني البرمجه لها 100 طريقه، لكنه نحن ما لنا علاقه في الطرق، احنا علاقه في مواضيعنا. احنا الان نتكلم على object oriented، يعني we have to have more than one class. So we're looking at having more than one class and how we deal with them. وضحت الفكرة؟ وضحت الفكرة؟ Okay, does anyone have a question? لا، هذه مش وراثة، الوراثة لسه ما وصلنا لها، هذه عبارة عن two objects، لسه ما وصلنا للوراثة بعد شوية. بس كيف عرفت انه قيمتها؟ طيب ما اخواني انا يعني معلش قاعد احكي كانه قاعد احكي يعني I'm repeating myself. ايش حكيت؟ هذا اسم الكلاس C1، تمام؟ دوت كالك 1. وين كالك 1 هي؟ فطبعا اكيد كالك 1 ايش تحوي argument. ايش الموجود هنا؟ 5، معناته 100% هذه قيمتها. اوكي؟ طيب عايده يا
مساء الخير دكتور.
اهلا.
الو مساء الخير.
يا مهلا.
دكتور حتجيب لنا جريت بروجرام، يعني حتطلب مننا ننشئ برنامج كتابيا؟
يجوز اذا مش هسه على الفاينل، الا ما بس يعني مش برنامج كامل، لانه ضيق الوقت في الامتحان، يعني ما اقدر اطلب منكم تكتبوا لي برنامج كامل، لانه مش عشان شيء، بس عشان الوقت يعني اكيد ما راح يكفي. لكن ممكن اعطيكم برنامج لكنه ميسنج تشنك من البرنامج، واطلب منكم تكملوا عليه. ممكن يعني مش اكمل الفراغ، يعني ممكن نعم ممكن صح، ممكن اجيب لكم كود وفي شغلات ناقصه واطلب منكم تكملوا الكود. واضح؟ يعني زي ما تحكي املا فراغ تقريبا. كيف من كلاس المنادات ابن قيمه؟ ما فهمت السؤال. بس بالمتى ما في كذا، ما اعرف، يجوز فيه، يعني يجوز انه اعطيكم سؤال يعني كود ناقص وكم يجوز، يعني ما ولا اذكر الديفينيشنز ايش قصة التعريف، يعني ممكن تكون شورت انسرز، ممكن على كل يعني خلص. طيب معلش، شوفوا اللي عنده سؤال بس معلش ترفع ايده، لانه صراحه ما راح اقدر اقرا كل الكومنتات هذه، وعندي كلاس المفروض الساعه 6، اجلته مثلا نص ساعه، فمعانا 40 دقيقه to finish the whole thing. اوكي if you do have question بعد كل نقطه تسالوني اسئله شويه جنرال. اعتقد الحكي واضح. شغله النم وما نم خلاص تسالون عليها، لانه اعتقد واضحه يا اخوان، واضحه. راجعوا من جديد الريفيجن سيشن، جدا الحكي واضح بسيط، يعني ما يحتاج لفلسفه، جدا بسيط. بس خلوني اكمل الشرح. ايضا any question please ask me and you can email me. You can email me as well with your questions. Okay? لانه we have 40 minutes left. طيب right okay let's continue then. خلصنا اللي هو حكي عن argument، اخذنا المثال الثاني. اوكي lecture 5 وصلنا lecture 5 اعتقد. اوكي lecture 5 right. lecture 5 الامور المهمه طبعا اوريدي حكينا، هي اللي عندنا موضوع الانستنس variable. instance variable اوكي حكينا عنه. مفهوم الان instance variable ايش هو؟ اوكي. وحكينا انه في عندنا برايفت وعندنا بابليك. بابليك طبعا ما يكون على في العاده انستنس فيريبل وديكلير ذيم برايفت، وحكينا ليش. وايضا البابليك ليش الميثود نسميها بابليك؟ ليش الميثود نسميها بابليك ما برايفت؟ So we can call them, we can access them. Yeah, thank you. So we can access them or call them. يعني المهم حتى يشافوا. ليش ما جاوبتوني؟ امور يعني على فكره اللي قاعد احكيه هو بيسكس. كل اللي قاعد احكيه انا الان هسه بهاي الكم من سلايد هي امور يعني فيري بيسك. اوكي المفروض يعني it's been 9 ويكس 9 اسابيع. المفروض الحكي عم يحكوا، المفروض تضحكوا علي تحكوا لي هاي مش مراجعه. المفروض تضحكوا علي تحكوا لي انه هاي مش مراجعه، امور بيسكس. اوكي ف يعني وريد انويد. طيب على كل نعم we call the methods public so we can see them from other classes. Okay, right. اوكي بنحكي على private، بنحكي على موضوع البرايفت. حكينا برايفت معناتها ما نقدر نشوفه من كلاس ثاني، صحيح؟ برايفت ما نقدر نشوفه من كلاس ثاني. طيب هذا يجينا على مصطلح ثاني، المصطلح نسميه encapsulation. هذا ما يعني انه برايفت، ما يعني انه برايفت، بس encapsulation. encapsulation. ايش يعني encapsulation؟ ايش يعني encapsulation؟ well done, yeah, very good. Hiding or cover information. Well done, yeah, thank you. Encapsulation يعني encapsulation اصلا بالانجليزي يعني زي ما تحكي encapsulation تغليف. اوكي تغليف encapsulation meaning hiding information. اوكي نخبي information. واضح؟ فهي كبسولة. شكرا. صح كبسولة. ليش سميها كبسولة؟ لانه داخلها مثلا في الدواء مثلا. يعني يمكن غلفته. ثانك يو فيري ماتش. يعني شويه شوفوا اللي جاوبوني افرح. من I see good answers I feel happy. When I see bad answers I really get annoyed. اوكي فكويس الحمد لله شويه يعني تحسن مزاجي الان. كويس let's continue. You know encapsulation. اوكي. Okay, what do I want to say now? Okay, look at example 3. Look at example number 3. Okay, in example number 3. Okay, this is what we have just been talking about. Okay, this is example number 3. أنا معطيكو object اسمه menu. Okay, object اسمه menu, class اسمه menu. لا سوري وانا كلاس سوري انا اخطأت انا. كلاس اسمه menu. اوكي طيب وفي طبعا كل الشغل اللي هو عندنا instance variable. هاي instance variable لا تنسوا. اوكي هذه ايش هذه؟ على طول جاوبوني على طول. هذه ايش اللي سويتها هايلايت؟ كونستراكتور. ليش حكينا مثل كونستراكتور؟ اوكي هسه عم نحكي عنه 20 مره. كونستراكتور لانه it has exactly the same name as the class name constructor. اوكي طيب ومعطيكم الاوتبوت. طبعا بس هذا البرنامج مش لوحده شغال. هذا البرنامج ليش هذا البرنامج ما يشتغل؟ ليش هذا البرنامج لوحده ما يشتغل؟ طبعا many reasons بس one reason اهم ريزن ما في مين مثل. شكرا. اهم ريزن طبعا في كذا ريزن بس اهم ريزن انه ما في عندنا مين، وحكينا المين هي المشغله. طيب اوكي معناتها شوف على الصفحه الثانيه انا بديت لكم المين ميثود. اوكي بديت لكم المين ميثود. now look at this method اللي هي المنيو. look at it وشوفوا الاوتبوت وانتم اكتبوا لي كملوا لي المين ميثود بالفراغ هذا اللي موجود. كملوا لي المين ميثود. you have 5 minutes. اوكي ايضا Okay, let's work together. Let's work with it together. Right? Let's go back. Okay, are you with me? It's not difficult. It's actually very easy. It's very easy. Okay. طيب نكمل. Okay. example import java.util scanner. ايش هذه؟ ايش هذه؟ ايش هذا الامبورت؟ يوزر انبوت بس هاي ايش يعني ايش السنتنس هذه ايش تعني؟ ايش سوينا؟ مثلا عندي inheritance calling استدعاء استدعيناها من وين؟ استدعيناها من وين؟ من اللايبراري. اوكي استدعيناها من اللايبراري. عندنا فانكشن لللايبراري خاص it is used to let the يعني تخلي اليوزر انه يعني can have an input. اوكي فو imported I do apologize. Okay. Okay, right. So yeah. Okay, and then obviously when you import things from the library, you need to put it at the top of the program so it can be seen as if it's your program now, right? And then we have our class called menu. What are these? What did we say these are? The menu text والoption count. What are they? Instance variable. ممتاز جدا. طيب private وحدة اللي هي string المنيو تايب وواحدة اللي هي integer اللي هي الاوبشن كاونت وما خلينا values. ملاحظين ما خلينا values. الفاليوز راح اخليهم بعدين. طيب الان هذه شنو حكينا؟ هذه هاي ايش؟ ايش هذه؟ constructor. ممتاز. ايش داخلها؟ اي قيم داخلها؟ اي قيم داخلها؟ داخلها اي قيم؟ initial values. ممتاز جدا. شوفوا بالinitial values المنيو text which is string we put empty brackets. Can you see? Empty quotation marks, not brackets, sorry. Empty quotation marks. Can you see? This is to show that this is an initial value for a string. Empty. وضحت؟ So كأنه زيرو عم نحكي. اوكي؟ بينما الثانية اللي هي number اعطيناها زيرو اللي هي integer. Okay, let's continue. Right. Public void add option اسم method. الاوبشن هذا ايش هذا؟ string option ايش هذا؟ arguments. اوكي هذا argument. ممتاز. بدأنا شوي الحمد لله نفهم. اوكي كويس. طيب الان عندي option count اللي هي من وين جبناها من هنا. طيب option count option count plus 1 ايش سوينا؟ add يعني احسن كلمة احسن من add. اوكي صح احسن من add. increment. ممتاز جدا. increment every time we're gonna increase 1 to the option count. every time we will increase 1 to the option count. ممتاز. طيب الآن menu text. طيب هذا كله ايش التايب تاعه؟ هذا كله سطر ايش التايب تاعه؟ التايب كله string. كله هذا string. ليش؟ واقع داخل المنيو تكست اللي هو اصلا string. واضح؟ فهذا السطر كله راح يجي معنا عبارة عن string اللي هو قيمة منيو تكست. تمام؟ اوكي؟ اوكي not اوكي؟ اوكي. yeah excellent right. خلي ناخذ بالتفصيل. اوكي منيو تكست يساوي منيو تكست. ايش هذا؟ ايش هذا؟ ايش هذا؟ مثل ما حكينا كأنه عم نحكي هذا. يعني لا السترينج نفسه. ايوه صار عندنا انكريمنت. ممتاز. initial value. ممتاز صح ايضا صح اللي حكي initial value and we increment. So we called this the initial value of the string menu text and then we increment to it the following option count plus option count اللي هو طبعا راح يجينا من هذا صحيح. بعد كذا ضفنا عليها قوس، بس نشوف كيف وليش. بعد كذا ضفنا عليها اوبشن. اوكي، الاوبشن اللي هو معانا اوبشن اللي هو هذا. اوكي، يعني جبنا الارجيومنت هنا، لاحظ يعني هذا قيمته راح نجيبه مع من وين؟ من الارجيومنت راح نجيبه. زائدا سلاش ان. ايش تعني هذا؟ ما اخذنا اعتقد، ما كان اعطيتك فيه زمان. ايش يعني باك سلاش ان؟ ايش تعني؟ يعني ايديا من اسمها ان. ايش تعني؟ باك سلاش ان بهالطريقه. طيب انا ما اعطيت فيها، تعني نيو لاين، بس بكل بساطه تعني نيو لاين. اوكي، يعني هذه زي ما تحكي system.out.println ln backward slash n بين quotation marks double quotations تعني new line. وضحت؟ اوكي. طيب الان ايش سوينا؟ سوينا عمليه setting لشغلنا، ويجينا عندنا ايش؟ يجي عندنا بالنهايه يحكينا طيب اوكي حبيبي ايش سوي لنا print اللي هو menu text. واضح الامور؟ واضح الكاس هذا؟ واضح؟ سوري انتوا تكتبوا لي انا اوكي الشات تاعي كان فوق. اوكي understood. Do you have a problem with this? No? Okay, excellent, right, and now we get this output. It's saying to us, one, open new account. Second, سوي لي كذا. هو بالنهاية يعني هو ايش فكرة برنامج؟ كأنه يعطينا خيارات، يعني مثلا اكبس رقم واحد حتى تعطيك، كأنه عندك سيستم اكبس رقم واحد حتى يعطيك open new account. رقم اثنين خيارات لليوزر، ولهذا كان عندنا سكانر. اوكي، يعني خيارات لليوزر انه يدخل رقم معين، لكن مش موضوعنا، مش مهم الان. المهم انه هاي كيف طبعت. طيب هاي كيف طبعت؟ لاحظوا لي شغله. does not this ring a bell؟ عندنا قوس، عندنا اوبشن كاونت اللي كان اصله زيرو، معناته في عندنا الشغل هون، وعندنا اوبشن. طيب وعندنا نيو لاين. الان الاوبشن كاونت، ايش الاوبشن كاونت؟ من يحدد لي ايش الاوبشن كاونت؟ في السطر هذا ايش هي قيمه الاوبشن كاونت؟ لا في السطر الاوسط. ايوه، لا مش واحد بس، ما تحكوا لي قوس. لا يا اخوان يا اخوات، مش الزيرو، مش زيرو. انا عاد احكي لك دقيقه. الاوبشن كاونت قيمته بهذا السطر ايش؟ بالاوتبوت واحد. لا مش أربعة الآن دقيقة. واحد ليش أربعة؟ واحد، شوفوا رقم واحد. أوكي، رقم واحد. أوكي، يعني هو أصلا هو قيمته الأصلية صفر صح، لكن الآن داخل المسج هذه ما ضفنا له واحد، فصار الآن واحد، فدخل عندنا طلع عندنا في الأوتبوت واحد. طيب القوس هذا منين جاء؟ القوس اللي بعده، القوس هذا منين جاء؟ أكيد جاء من هنا، أكيد صحيح، وبعده مسافة صحيح. طيب الآن اوبشن منين جاء؟ جاء من الارجيومنت صحيح. الآن تبدأوا تفكروا، طيب معناته راح يكون عندي في الميسنج كود هذا الحكي، راح يكون عندي في الميسنج كود. طيب وبعد النيو لاين اللي هو بدأنا في ايش؟ بدأنا في هذا السطر، واضح؟ معناته سوينا انكرمنت. هذا الآن القيمة الانيشيال صارت واحد صحيح، زائدا واحد صار عندي اثنين، ونفس الطريقة. طيب معناته الآن عندي هذا الحكي لازم يكون موجود عندي في المين ميثود. كيف نكتبها؟ حاولتوا؟ يلا اعطيكم 2 مومنت، اعتقد الان ان شاء الله وصلت الصورة، بدأتوا تفكروا كويس بهذه الطريقة. الآن 2 minutes بس، حاولوا تكتبوا لي كم سطر في المين منيو، في المين ميثود. اكتبوها انتم على اوراقكم. اوكي طيب معي؟ اوكي ركزوا معي حتى نحل السؤال هذا. طيب عندي public static void main اخر، هذا السطر المكتوب عندنا الان اللي هو main public static void main string out الى اخره. طيب الان بدأ الحكي، عندي main menu، هذا ايش حد يسوي هنا؟ ايش حد يسوي بهذا السطر؟ can I write in words دقيقة what I will do okay what I will do دقيقة okay what I will do I will oops هي راح اطبع طباعة in my keyboard Is this clear for you? Is this clear? Yeah? Okay, clear. Right, okay. Okay. Now. اوكي طيب. فالآن حكينا اللي كان عندنا من المثال كان عندنا منيو كان عندنا مين منيو من منيو كان بهذا الشكل من منيو equals ايش تعني هذه؟ الآن هذا ايش حنسوي؟ call بالضبط call. طيب كيف نكمله؟ new بالضبط new بعدين اسم الكونستراكتور اللي هو كان عندنا من او عفوا منيو اوكي. طيب هذا حصلت له علامة على هاي الشغلة. طيب الآن فكروا بالموضوع. طيب ايش تتوقعوا راح يكون؟ ارجعوا مرة ثانية على الكلاس اللي هو كان اسمه المنيو. لا المنيو كلاس المنيو. طيب الآن ايش راح نسوي؟ كيف هو مبين كيف اسوي له كول؟ ما فهمت. اوكي سو الان ايش اسوي؟ It is the main class. Yeah, it's the main class. Yeah, of course. What do you mean? How can you do call for it? main menu. طبعا هذا داخل المين كلاس. انا بس اكمل الفراغات اللي موجوده. نحن الان شغالين في المين كلاس. اوكي فسويت main menu equals new menu. اوكي طيب الان على فكره انا يعني هذا شغالين في المين كلاس فانا بس يعني عديت ليش اكتب كل الحكي. طيب ايش اسوي الان؟ use the method of the other class. شكرا. use the method of the other class. كيف how do I use it؟ اعطوني الصيغه how do I use the other method of the class. اعطوني الصيغه. لا اي انهرتنس ما لنا علاقه في الانهرتنس. حكينا الانهرتنس موضوع هذا موضوع ما لهم علاقه. اعطيني السنتاكس ايوه مين منيو دوت اد اوبشن. ممتاز جدا. طيب مين منيو ما جبناها اللي هي الكلمه الجديده اللي كتبناها هسه مين منيو دوت اد اوبشنز. حتى ايش؟ حتى ادخل على اللي هو المسج بتاع الادوبشن. حتدخل عليه. كيف ادخل عليه؟ بهذه الطريقه. طيب ايش تتوقعوا اول سطر راح اكتب؟ من الاوتبوت طالعوا على الاوتبوت. طالعوا على الاوتبوت. ايش راح اكتب الان؟ open a new account. well done. open a new account. اوكي سيميكولون. خلاص هذا اول سطر. ثاني سطر والبقيه راح يكونوا بس again the same يعني نفسه. راح اضطر ادخل على المسج من جديد. بس المره هذه راح اضطر اني اغير الجمله. اوكي راح اغير الجملة الى كان عندي log into existing ايش account. اوكي واضح؟ طيب واللي بعده نفسه اضطر اني ادخل من جديد على نفس الميثود، يعني كل مره اقدر ادخل الميثود as many times as I need، ما عندي مشكله. هاي الحلو في الموضوع. You can call an object as many times as you want, you can access the method as many times as you want, you have no problem at all. اوكي اللي بعده راح تكون help. صحيح help. اللي بعده راح تكون quit. اوكي الان راح يطبع لي شيء البرنامج. هل الان طلع اوتبوت معي؟ نو. واي نو؟ ايوه حلو تمام excellent. now you start understanding this and this is very very good right okay. now طبعا نحن كتبنا الحكي هذا لكنه ما يعني البرنامج ما راح يطبع لانه we didn't say so. we need to access اللي هي كان عندي display method inside المنيو. I need to access it in order to print حتى تجي متبعه. العفو. فاي جو من عفوا سوري من منيو عندي من منيو دوت display. اوكي الان دخلت على الديسبلاي والديسبلاي هو سوى الشغل عندي والان طبع لي وطلع لي الاوتبوت. clear. I don't need to say print because it is already set in the display, so we're okay. clear. excellent. please لا تجيب سؤال زي كده. I don't understand. لا تجيب سؤال زي كده. This is a very easy question. It's a very easy question, this one. See, just think about. I know you could be a little bit confused now. Once we finish إن شاء الله الليكتشر هذه بس ترجعوا تفكروا فيها. It will make sense. It's easy. It's natural. This is natural. Okay, so it just fits in place. Okay, just تتبعوها خطوة خطوة. Use logic. Okay, طيب. الآن if you have a question دكتور في أشياء فهمتها الحين. Okay, well I think you saying you understand things now إن شاء الله. Anyway, if you have a question raise your hand. طيب الآن ما فيها إيش؟ مش فاهم. شوفوا يعني sometimes I might have difficulties in understanding the text بس يعني you can either in English أو إنه يعني ask question. Display. You tell me what does display mean. Main menu dot display. main menu dot display يعني إيش سوينا؟ دخلنا على method اسمه menu. وين ده الميثود موجود داخل المنيو. نرجع على المنيو راح تلاقي انه في عندنا ديسبلاي والديسبلاي موجود فيه عندنا برنت. واضح بكل بساطه. Okay, let's continue because we have so much still to do. Oh my god, 10 minutes. دقيقة. مشكلة انتو تأخر دقيقة. Still have how many more examples we have? دقيقة بس I'll see if I can. دقيقة خلوكم معي. مشكلة الآن أنا يعني إذا أخر الكلاس الجاي على 7 معناته I will go home very late. لأن هم أيضا راح يبغى لهم أكيد 3 ساعات ولا شيء. I don't know what to do now. Just a second. اوكي تعرف ايش راح اسوي؟ I might have to do a recording for you. Okay? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I'll do this the same. Okay, yeah, I'll do the same, okay? Guys, is that okay? Okay, yeah. I'll record this tomorrow inshallah. Yeah. Okay, I'll have to record this tomorrow inshallah. Maybe not in the morning. I've got some work to do. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll record it tomorrow for you. I'll record it tomorrow. Maybe not very early, not in the morning. Maybe late afternoon. اوكي دكتور بس ممكن تقول كيف طبيعة الأسئلة؟ ما حكيت لكم كيف راح تكون طبيعة الأسئلة بداية الفيرتشوال يعني حكيت لكم. اوكي just go back to the virtual يعني يصير نشيك ريكوردينج وخلص راح اسوي لكم ريكوردينج. وطبعا من اسوي ريكوردينج اكيد راح يكون عندكم اسئلة. بس انا حاب والله كنت حاب انه يعني I ask you. طيب انتم عندكم examples. اوكي that's a good thing. عندكم examples. Please do the examples. اوكي الاكزامبلز الموجوده عندكم بعد ما خلصنا احنا. اوكي طيب خلوا يعني answer the questions. طيب اعتقد دقيقه بس تعالوا شوفوا معي خلينا نشوف الاكزامبلز اللي اعطيتها. طيب what am I doing? can go right. الان هذا حلينا. السؤال الرابع الاكزامبل الرابع بس طبعا انا عندي حكي قبل ما يعني هذا بس انتم يعني you can try it. السؤال الرابع سيم طلعوا لي الاوتبوت. اوكي عندكم تو كلاسز واحد اسمه ماي كلاس وواحد اسمه ديمو. تمام الديمو هو المين ميثود فيه. تمام ايضا جدا سهل اطبعوا لي فيه اكتبوا لي الاوتبوت. طيب الخامس الخامس معطيكم المين ميثود. اوكي ومعطيكم الاوتبوت. فكملوا لي كلاس اي. هنا عندنا انهيرتنس. اللي كان يحكي لي انهيرتنس كيف تحكوا انهيرتنس؟ هل في عندنا اكستنز؟ احنا ما حكينا زمان رجاء لازم يو هاف تو يعني من نحكي معلومه خلص يو هاف تو نو. يعني ما اقدر انه اضل اعيد المعلومه 20 مره. بالمحاضره حكيت كيف نعرف عندي انهيرتنس اذا استخدمت الكيورد اكستنز. واضح؟ اذا استخدمت كيورد اكستنز معناته عندي انهيرتنس معناته هنا عندي انهيرتنس. اوكي الاكزامبل السادس طلعوا لي الاوتبوت. اوكي عندكم الميثود هذه عندي اوفر رايدنج هنا طلعوا لي الاوتبوت. واضح؟ فيعني يظل معنا تقريبا مثلا 3 بس انا معي ايضا شوي الشرح لازم اسويه. فراح اسوي الشرح واحلكم الامثله بكره ان شاء الله. اوكي تمام اتفقنا؟ اوكي سؤال جون سؤال ميمونة I can't hear ميمونة. ايوه
ابغى اسالك على الانكابسوليشن. انا شفت في سؤال
على ليش؟
encapsulation.
encapsulation نعم.
Yes. There is another term for encapsulation, like is data hiding. I want to know another kind of encapsulation.
ما في عندنا يعني كيف نضبطها في encapsulation؟ هي مصطلح encapsulation يعني ما في عندنا types. هي encapsulation meaning hiding data بحيث انه نقدر نسوي الاكسس من خلال الببليك methods. يعني عندنا على سبيل المثال instance variables are private so they are encapsulated. اذا نبغى يعني نشوف الانستنس variables راح نشوفهم من خلال اللي هي الببليك methods. يعني مثل ما شفنا يعني حتى هذا المثال اللي شفناه الان امامنا الان المثال هذا اللي حليناه ها في عندنا الانستنس فيريبل اللي هي كان عندي اعتقد كان عندنا الكاونت اوبشن اوبشن كاونت something like that، وعندنا التكست منيو something like that. they were private، لكن تعاملنا معاهم من خلال الببليك ميثودز. واضح؟ ف this is يعني encapsulation. اوكي على كل جايز I'm really sorry. والله عندي شغل بعد، يعني قصدي انه عندنا حقيقه يعني كلام كثير ايضا مهم جاينا، لكنه يعني فعلا والله ما عندي وقت. لازم الان نسمع متاخر على الشعبة الثانيه، و I don't want to stay here the whole night as well. I want to go home. So إن شاء الله تعالى tomorrow I will record the rest of the revision, put it there for you. طيب من اسوي الريفيجن من اجلس على الجهاز واسوي الريفيجن راح ابعث لكم اناونسمنت، حتى اللي ما عنده شغل او عنده يعني ما عنده مشكله تقدر تخبر معي، ما هي مشكله. واللي ما تقدر خلاص شوف الريكوردينج. فما راح تكون يعني ممكن يعني early afternoon اوكي او late، حسب والله حسب وضعي. يعني as soon as I can as soon as I want to do the recording I will send you an announcement. يعني واللي تحب تحضر otherwise يعني see the recording. Okay. طيب and if you have any other questions, if you have questions, email me your questions and I will respond to them as soon as possible. يلا ان شاء الله استفدتوا من المحاضرة هذه، وان شاء الله we'll continue المحاضرة tomorrow. و good luck to you and I wish you all the best. السلام عليكم.
تم إيقاف التسجيل.